One of the problems we're facing here tonight at the Kingdome, I'm not all that familiar with mud racing, but they seem to have a lot of problems getting them out of the mud after they've made the run.
Doesn't take much to get them in the mud, but sometimes it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort to get them out of the mud.
1963 Ford Rick's Toy, driven by Rick Lupton out of Portland.
Now here again, Rick's Toy is a Ford with a Chevrolet motor in it. Got the taller implement tires on it, and he is lacking the ground speed, but he's not lacking the desire. He's got it down. He's going to make it all the way through. Not quite as quick as he wants to, but a very good pass. And, you know, it's a successful pass when you drive out the other end, and that's what he did with Rick's Toy.
Not finesse, that's just a power job, and he just powered his way right through.
Right off the starting line, doesn't get a lot of ground speed, but Rick's Toy has got a lot of low-end torque, and he just grinds his way right through the pit. Doing a great job with it. Not real fast, but he's headed towards the completion of the pit, and that's all that matters right now.
Mighty Rat, Mike Morrison, again, a man who hails from the Pacific Northwest.
Linwood, Washington, a 75 Ford F-250 with a 396 Chevrolet in it. Needs to go all the way through.
No way.
Gonna be tough. Mighty Rat found the going a little bit tougher than he had suspected tonight as he drove off into the deep end of the pit.
If you don't have good momentum going by the time you hit there, you are a dead duck. You could see he was slipping before, never really got going, and the moment he hit the deep stuff, it was Sink City.
I think the proper wording on that would be, if you don't have momentum by the time you get in the pit, you're sunk.
Here's a great-looking machine, the Mud Lizzard. Mark Hendrickson, another Canadian from Victoria, British Columbia.
This is a 1949 Austin. It's called Austin American. They were actually a British-made vehicle, and there was a few of them imported to the United States, and quite a few of them imported up into Canada. For quite some time, they were used in the drag racing world and the lighter weight gas classes. Well, this one's been converted over to run mud, and it's very, very quick. It runs a 450 cubic inch alcohol-injected Dodge motor setting directly in the middle of it. Runs the paddle tires all the way around. Bob, this may be one of the quickest ones of the night.
What's the contraption in back, the wing?
It's an airfoil. Used a lot in drag racing to put down pressure on the rear tires to give a little more traction. I don't think he's going to be achieving enough speed in this pit tonight for the airfoil to actually work in his advantage. He's lining it up and right in the middle of those deep ruts, and watch him now, because when he leaves, he's going to leave very, very strong. This is an alcohol injection big Dodge motor sitting right behind the cab of this little 49 Austin pickup.
Mud Lizzard, Mark Hendrickson again, the driver, hails from Victoria.
Set up with all the right equipment on it. Got green on the track. Here we go.
Not far.
Bobby just couldn't get enough speed before he got to the pit, and it's going to cost the Mud Lizzard. Also, there looks like there may be some signs of some transmission problems on that pass, as transmission may have very well gone away on the Mud Lizzard. There's some telltale signs showing up down trackside.
So not a good run for the Mud Lizzard. Mark Hendrickson a bit disappointed. Taking another look at it here on replay.
Left, the traction just wasn't quite the way he needed. He tried to get up on top of it, but the tires would never get to the top of the mud and let it slide across the hydroplane out the end, and just wasn't there for him tonight.
Hot Rod Association Monster Truck and Mud Bog Racing Championships. Here's Sudden Terror now. Tom Nyhaus out of Alberta, British Columbia, going to give it a try on the far track.
1972 Ford Bronco, 351 cubic inches Boss Ford motor. The tires on this are considered a paddle tire. Originally built for the sand and sand drag. at these guys in mud racing and found out that these paddle tires work exceptionally well in one of these mud pits. Now, this is a medium class, good running mud truck, and this young man is a good mud racer. You can tell anyone, of course, that has came that far is capable of making it all the way through. Watch out, watch out. We got him high. He's all over. Oh, what a pass.
He gave it a shot, almost lost control of it, bounced back into the track, and then came to a stop. But it's been, he tamed the track better than anybody has so far tonight.
Well, he had that hole shot, and he had to have that hole shot. He knew the hole shot was necessary. Now watch this when he leaves. So much power that the front wheels get off the ground. Lands about 25 foot in a bit. Hold on, we're going for a ride. And right there's where it gets crossways. The young man does a great job of keeping it under control and bringing it back around and keeping it in the pit. But at that time, the momentum went away from him, and he knew he was in a little bit of trouble.
Here's SANDSTATION at Holiday out of Renton, Washington. We'll try the near track where no one so far has gone much further than about 10 feet.
This is a 331 cubic inch V6 Buick engine and a 1963 CJ5 with the wheelbase been extended on it. It's lightweight all the way around, and the little V6s have really been popular. Out of the pit. Out of the pit, Bob. He just got completely out of it, trying to bring it around and launched hard. There was a hard rut right there at the starting line. It threw him out of the pit completely.
Get a look at it here on replay. He started further back than anybody had, took the big run.
Right there's where he hit the rut in the ground that throwed the Jeep sideways. He just could not back out of it fast enough. Right off the side of the track and out of bounds for.
Is that automatic disqualification?
That is a disqualification. Anytime you go out of the pit is a disqualification.
Here's Delirious now out of Olympia, Washington.
Well, this is a little custom-built mud racer, and I want you to watch him close. He's got a 396 cubic inch Chevrolet motor. He's got nitrous on it. He should be ultra quick and ultra fast. Let's see what happens. Delirious. Maybe that very thing before it's over with. Got the paddles on it. Right across the top of it. Keeping it.
How about that? Wow.
Just wiped everything out at the finish line.
You think that isn't a wild track?
I'll tell you what, he went delirious on that one.
Engine smoking, finish line knocked down.
Cher leaves hard and it's sideways when he goes into the pit. Trying to recover. The track is rough. The pit's hard to handle. He's trying to bring it back around, keep it all in line in the pit. Looks like he's got a clear shot at that finish line, and he jumps in it hard, probably hits the nitrous button, and clips the finish line.
Nice run, but knocking down the finish line is a no-no.
Out of bounds, and anytime you go out of the pit, it's a disqualification, and Rob got out of the pit right there at the finish line, and it's going to cost him tonight as it's a DQ. Disqualification, he goes home without anything at all tonight.
So we quickly switch to Idle Threat.
Oh, it's rough, and he's out. Blast the pit. Idle Threat has blasted the pit.
Derek Wood from Langley, British Columbia.
A 1966 CJ6 with a big 454 Chevrolet, and he blasted the pit. He had a rough ride through the pit, but it's a beautiful driving and controlling that.
He's happy.
He's exceptionally happy, and he should be. He did a fine job.